discuss the last part of PL-900, which is demonstrate the capability of Power Automate. Inside this learning path, we do have two modules. The first one is identify Microsoft Power Automate components, and the second one is build a Microsoft Power Automate flow. Let's look at the Power Automate overview. Inside this module, we are going to learn the business values and the features of Power Automate. And for the second one is we are going to see how Power Automate can work or look from user's perspective. The first thing is the value of Power Automate. You may see the Power Automate just to build some workflows. So, for example, on the right hand side, you may see this typical workflow. However, they may from different systems, integrate the workflow together. So there are some scenario you may imagine. For example, the automating respective tasks. So it reduce some dirty work and to increase your productivity. And the other one is guiding a user through a process. So user may follow the flow you made. So sometimes we call SOP. Then user may not get into the wrong stage. The third one is connecting the external data sources. So actually, using Power Automate may connect to other data sources by connectors. The last one is automating a desktop-based process. So for the desktop-based process, actually you may use the desktop flow, which we also call RPA, robotic process automation, to automatically replace the actions from human being. So let's look at the process mining. The process try to improve the operation efficiency. Just as I say, there may be some dirty work, and you may run some repetitive tasks. And in the workflow, actually, you may also identify some bottleneck. So you may figure out the bottleneck to solve the bottleneck later on. The second one is enhance customer experience. So actually, there are some main points, to inside the workflows. So that might improve customers' experience. So customers may go through the main points very easy and quickly. The third one is optimize resources. So actually we are identifying the opportunity for automations, so that might reduce the need for manual intervention. So especially for the desktop floor just mentioned, also called the RPA, will reduce the human beings interaction. The last one is ensure compliance. So because some guidelines, okay, or on this floor, so actually you need to follow the store step by step. So you cannot leave the floor to do whatever you want. So your guide you just walk on the floor. So that might avoid some risks. There are two types of floors. Actually, three types. Okay, let me explain to you later on. The first one is cloud floor, and the second one is desktop floor, and there's a third one which is called a business process floor, which is used in model-driven APP. For the cloud floor, actually, that is performed by some trigger and actions. Okay, so the trigger is caused by some events. For example, you may say saving attachment in email. That kind of events then will trigger your workflow to do something. For desktop floor, actually it's try to design for automation. So that may automate the tasks on your computer. So actually not everything can be worked by the cloud floor. Some need to be operated by human beings. However, you may use desktop floor to simulate the actions from by a human being. For example, you click a mouse, or you want to open applications, etc. So first of all, we are looking at the Power Automate Maker portal. It might look like this. Let's see. Go back to the Power Apps, then on the very bottom of the navigation pane, and you may click the icon, then choose the Power Automate. Then we open the Power Automate Maker portal. So on this portal, actually, you may see a navigation pane on the left, and there are a lot of functions you may use later on. The other one is the Power Automate mobile apps. So for the Power Automate mobile apps, you need to subscribe from some app store. For example, the app store for iPhone or iPad, or you may subscribe the apps from Google Play, etc. The last one is called Power Automate Desktop app. So this is a app which is installed on your desktop. So this particularly to get the actions from your desktop. So only for Windows system. So you cannot install this on other Windows systems. Only Microsoft's Windows system. You may create a flow just simply from the template. Okay, so for example, you may choose template, and there are a bunch of templates over here. It's really good for you if you don't really understand what is the workflow going on. Then you simply start from the template. There are a lot of templates, so you may simply say you want to do something by using template. For example, do something from Gmail, for example. So here we are search, some template about the Gmail for you. Even you may specify, more. For example, say create a flow to save the email attachment. Okay. So create a flow to save the attachment of Gmail, for example. Then here we'll try to find out some template for you. You may simply choose one template, and you may also modify the flow which is made by a template. So the type of flow, actually you may see there are some subtypes of cloud flow. Okay, so actually cloud flow is just using API which is a connector in the Power Platforms. So the subtype of cloud flows, there are three subtypes of cloud flow. The first one is instant cloud flow. The second one is automatic cloud flow. The last one is a scheduled cloud flow. So for instant cloud flow, actually the trigger might be from some, someone who click the button, or using some application to say enter something. Okay, so that's called the instant cloud flow. For the automatic crowd flow, actually, it can be run, by some particular events. For example, if you specify, say, obtain some message, some particular message from Twitter, for example. You are the fans of Otani, then you just specify if someone mention about Otani, then will notice you. So at that time, you use the automatic crowd flow. For the scheduled crowd flow, actually is about the time. So you may say what time you are going to start your flow, or you may specify, say, some repetitively way. For example, say for every hour, or every day. Then we are on, say, 8 o'clock, to start your flow. So this is called scheduled crowd flow. For desktop flow, which is RPA I just mentioned, so it's the robotic process automation, particularly used on Microsoft Windows system. So any application you work on Microsoft Windows system, the desktop flow may simulate the actions human used on the Windows system. So even you may say click button on some particular applications, then the desktop flow may recall the action you made, and then later on just follow the recording process and to do whatever you want to do. So here you may find out you can create automatic crowd flow, instant crowd flow, scheduled crowd flow, even desktop crowd flow. Okay, but there's one more called business process flow. So for business process flow, actually it's SOP, which is used on the model-driven app. So that is what I have explained. For the schedule flow, you may start your flow, say once a day, or once an hour, or once a minute, or on a particular day you specify, and etc. Okay, so that is called the schedule flow. Button flow is kind of instant flow. Okay, so which is particularly used in your mobile apps. So on your mobile apps, you create your instant flow. It's called a button flow. So on the mobile apps, you may see some the menus on the button of your screen. There are 4 functions. One is activity feed, and the other 3 are browsing button and managing flows. Okay. So the button flow, or the instant flow, is started by click some say button or touch on some area on your screen of your mobile phone. The key concept for the crowd flow is you may have one trigger, only one, okay, and you have many actions. However, no matter trigger or action are all from connectors, okay. So the trigger is starting action, okay. So when your flow want to start, for example, say new email arrived, then this is called a trigger. But after your flow is started, then you may do more things. So however you want your flow to do, it's called actions. Okay, so you may say after your flow starting, then you want to create a new file on OneDrive. Then that is kind of an action. However, for those trigger and actions, actually, you may use. They are provided by connectors. Okay, so connector is just like a bridge between Power Automate and external applications. So actually, external application need to provide API. Okay, then someone may make the API become connectors for Power Automate, or even for Canvas app in Power Apps. So actions, you may see a lot of different actions. When you initiate a flow, then you can connect to any external applications by using connectors. So inside the connectors, it might provide many actions. So for example, you may find out, say, a file and folder action or web automation action, and etc. Okay, and some actions about control. So it may provide some condition or loops. So they are also called actions, as called control action. You may put some expression inside your actions to provide some custom customize your actions. There is a wonderful thing. It's called dynamic content. Okay, so on the field of your actions, actually, you may fill in some data by using dynamic content. So the dynamic content will get the data from the previous actions. Okay, so for example, here you may see some data from previous actions. Okay, you may choose. So this is previous actions. This is a special action called control. So you may use a loop or branching to control your flow. And loop is the same as actually will repeat the actions. And for branching, you may adjust. You may decide which path is the right path for you. So for example, if your decision is true, then go this way. If your decision is false, then go the other way. There is a very common used flow called approval. So approval actions are some events your flow want to perform after the trigger started. Okay. So many type of approval actions. For example, you have everyone must approve. Okay, that's kind of approval type, and or it might be first to response. Okay, so the first one to respond the flow, and there is a customer response. Okay, that need particularly one person to respond the flow, and the last one is wait for all response. So until everyone all response the flow, then the work will continue. So let's look at the Power Automate a little bit. You can, for example, you can simply say create automate. Say for example, use a template. Then here it asks you to sign in. So you are better to sign to those connectors. So if I use the same account as I use in the Power Automate, then simply sign. And for SharePoint, actually you have to just fix the connection. So after every green check, then you click the continue button. Then here there are some informations, some asterisk indicate the permanent some say field. You have to put some informations. For example, say I choose Teams, okay, and choose a channel of that Teams. Choose the general. Okay, then let me create the flow. So this flow. So again, actually there is a flow checker, and then you may check, probably there is a problem. Okay, so here indicates a hidden triggers as well in last how to fix it. Go to trigger, so just follow here. Then you may see there is the excitation signs over here. Then let's inspect. We are going to. Sorry. Go back. Probably there's some problem of this Outlook trigger, but anyway, let's get into the Power Automate designer. Then you may design your flow here. Okay, so this flow is sequence flow. Okay, very straightforward. Every time when you click the trigger or actions, then you may see a box showing up on the left hand side, and just put whatever you need to put information inside. For example, you want to email to someone else, so put your information inside from however, from myself anyway. Actually it's not good. Let me say send the email to the other account. Okay, so actually there are some data you may put inside. Okay, actually you may use the dynamic filter here. So not filter, dynamic content here, but actually you should use not in the first trigger, but in the following actions. So for example, on particularly say field, then you use the dynamic content to put some information. Say for example, from the first triggers, there is the field called from, right? So you can choose the dynamic content. You may also say use the expression to write some expression for your content. So for example, say substring, then put the dynamic content inside a substring. For example, subject, if you want to see some subject, then I'm not quite sure the syntax, but anyway. So here you have functions. Okay, then inside the function you have some parameter, which is the dynamic content from the previous actions. Okay, so after you make your flow, you just save it, and you have better to test first. Okay, otherwise you don't know whether your flow is working or not. So let's get into the next module is to build a basic Power Automate flow. So inside this module, actually, we are going to create a flow using Copilot and test a cloud flow, and also share and monitor the flows. And the last one, last is build a basic desktop flow by using records with Copilot. So what is trigger? In the Power Automate, actually, you don't think to run a flow. Okay. Actually, you ask, there are some activity that may trigger the flow to run. So okay, there are some different philosophy. Okay, so most time actually we need to run something by myself, but for flow actually it's not in this kind this way. Actually, flow usually is run by some activity happen. So what could be the difference? Triggers. I mean, when something change, okay, then your flow may be started. Then that kind of trigger, or on a schedule. Then you set up some particular time, or say run say once a day or once a week. Okay, then it's on a schedule. The last one is triggered by in most times by users. So user maybe use some applications or some devices, for example your mobile apps, then click some button, or click some say a menus function, then trigger your flow. Okay, so there are three types, okay, of triggers. You may use Copilot in the Power Automate. So simply say create a flow by describing some something, and you may also receive some troubleshooting assistance or resolutions suggestion from Copilot. So let's see, where is Copilot? Okay, and I'm afraid I do not have Copilot here. Yeah, no Copilot. Anyway, yeah, I think it's a license issue. Okay, the other one is for checker. Okay, it's just like the app checker in the Power apps. You need to check your flow before you use it. So you may find out there are some errors or warnings after you check your flow, and you must figure out how to solve the problem. Okay, for example, you may see message ID is required, so you need to put the message ID inside. So this fraud checker is this one. So fortunately, we did not find any errors at this particular floor. After your floor is done, then you need to test first. Okay, there are two ways to test your floor. One is manual, the other is use previous run data. So let me show you. You want to test it, then actually in this flow actually it's only menu you can choose. Okay, and save and test it. And if you create an automatic flow, then you may run your flow automatically. So you need to follow some kind of scenario you designed before. Then you may trigger your flow. Then let's see how could be happen after your flow is running. You may also monitor your flow's performance. Okay, so for the flow's performance, actually, let's go back to some. Did I do any flow here? I'm not sure. Okay. Let's go back to see any flows you may use. Okay, for example, say the flow I made before. Don't care about the error message anyway. So the flow here, then you may check, say it never run anyway. Yeah, probably I need to prepare a good flow for demonstrate anyway. Let's see. Is there any others? It sounds good. Obviously, kind of easier one. So you may say check here's a flow check, right? So anyway, you may see the performance. Actually, this is created by Power BI. Oh, total actions request by day. Anyway, let's see the usage. Actually, I did not run it, so there's no any usages. Anyway, so when you monitor your flow performance, you can identify and resolve issues. Okay, so follow the usage or some informations. You may monitor the problem of your flow. And the other is to enhance the performance. So by analyzing the flow performance, then you may identify how to optimize your flow. Okay, probably you need to reduce some unnecessary actions, etc., to improve your performance. And the other one is ensure security and compliance. So when you monitor your performance, then you may find out maybe some security issue. Then you need to that might cause some risks. So you need to figure out how to fix it. The last one is understand the usage pattern. So you need to analyze the data inside, then see some trend or activity and resource consumptions. You may also share the flow. So you may share flow with co-owners, or share flow with run-only permission, or you may send a copy of your flow. Okay, so simply click the icon on the flow. You may see. Let's sorry. Go back to flow, then click this icon that might share the flow you made to a co-owner or someone else. Okay. However, there are some privileges you need to share simultaneously. For example, the connectors probably from your own, say, your own data. And the last one is to build a desktop flow, okay, to record with Copilot, okay. So actually you need to use the Power Automate desktop to record your desktop flow. So you have to download the desktop flow first, okay. But anyway, I just show you on the slide. On the desktop flow app, you may find out the Copilot and then simply start to record your operations. So in the lab, you're going to build an automatic flow. For knowledge check, we'll skip it. So inside this module, actually, we have described the capability of Power Automate, and we also described the process mining. And we have identified the different Power Automate apps and flows. And actually, you should understand the trigger actions, even condition and dynamic values inside the flow. So we may simply build a basic cloud flow, and you need to examine how to test, how to run, how to monitor the cloud flow. So that's for PL-900.